Yummy, yummy, yum. Yum, it's gonna be juicy on the inside and nice and crunchy on the outside. Let's get into it. Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to Alex TV, where flavor meets soul. My name is Annie B. And in today's video, you already saw the clip. You read the caption. We're making Jamaican jerk fried chicken and a healthier version of fried rice. We're doing a seafood fried rice using quinoa rice, okay? It's quinoa grain, not quinoa rice, quinoa grain. And I'm excited. This is going to be an absolutely, definitely delicious meal. Now, a few things before we get into the recipe. I will be chatting during this cook. We have a topic. Yes, and the topic is, are you the type of person that stays in a relationship with a partner or spouse that is cheating on you? Are you a stayer? Now, this topic was inspired by Peach McIntyre because she posted a shorts video where she basically said that she came to the conclusion that she is a stayer. She is going to stay with her husband although she knows he cheats. And we'll get more into that when we get into the cook. While we cook, we will discuss. If you are not into talking, videos where they're cooking and talking, then this ain't the video for you. Thank you for coming on by. But if you like a good conversation, you like good food, we won't be trashing anybody here. We'll just be having discussion, okay? Just discussion, all right? Deep conversation that allows us to grow internally and have that manifest and exude through us externally, all right? I love to cook. My sister Lexi, who I share this channel and Lex TV with, loves to eat the food that I cook. And so we have a great sisterhood dynamic. I don't want this intro to be too long. I want to get into the cook. So grab a seat at the table because around here, we go beyond the plate. All right, so we're going to start with the fried chicken first. Let me get this tissue out the way. Boop, boop, boop. All right, so what we have here, we're using the Jamaican jerk seasoning. You can also make homemade seasoning. Okay, I've had several videos where I've made it from scratch. We're not doing that today though. All right, I have the Jamaican jerk seasoning and here, some garlic powder and onion powder in here. And I also have some lemon juice. And I'm gonna make a quick marinade. So I'm just gonna pour some of that lemon juice in this, mix it up, and then we're gonna get this chicken seasoned up. And I'm using chicken breast today. I was really craving fried chicken breast. Spoon. All right, so if you didn't watch the video with Peach McIntyre, maybe you're not familiar with her, but she does a lot of like family style videos, shopping videos, and things of that nature, right? I don't keep up with her often, but I do watch some of her shorts that comes up because I find them very humorous. And Peach McIntyre said that she is the type of person, she's come to this conclusion for herself, that she is the type of person who will stay in her marriage with her husband even though she knows he's cheating. She said that she's going to stay with him because he provides love and affection for herself and her children, although it doesn't feel good that he's cheating. So, my question to all of you who are watching this is, are you a stayer? That is what she called herself. She's a stayer. And she says she's admitting it. She's being transparent. She's letting y'all know this is what it is. So stop telling me to leave him. That's what I took from it. Don't tell me to leave my husband. I'm not leaving my husband, is what Peach McIntyre is saying. All right, we made the marinade. And now we're going to go ahead and season up this chicken. And also the recipe and for everything will be down in the description box. I cook with feeling, all right? Okay, I'm going to get my hands messy during this video. I don't have gloves. When I get gloves, I will use them. Otherwise, I'll be using my hands and washing them thoroughly. Okay, my nails are always cut short because I'm a professional chef, baby girl. Anyway, are you a stayer? Okay, that is what I want to know. And I want you to be honest. And it doesn't even have to just be cheating. It could be any type of abuse, right? Are you someone that stays with someone although you know that you are being mistreated, although you know the person is not loyal to you, is not committed to you in the ways that you feel you deserve to be committed? And if you do feel like you are someone that stays with someone who is abusive towards you, whether it's with cheating, whether it's emotionally, mentally, in any type of way, why? Do you know why? Because I've been there. It's just, why do we choose to do that? Why do we stay with someone who has a problem with infidelity? And it doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. What makes you stay? You know, make sure you season this chicken good, okay? If you can't lift the skin up a bit, don't rip the skin though. So if you can't do it without ripping the skin, just leave the skin alone, baby girl. But yeah, season up your chicken thoroughly. Okay, you really want to taste the jerk. It's going to be fried, so it's going to have, you know, flour and everything. So you want it to be seasoned well so that you can taste the Jamaican jerk seasoning on there, right? So what is the reason? What are the reasons you stayed? What are the reasons you told yourself? Peach's reason is he provides affection and love for herself and her children. That is her reason. When I was in a toxic relationship where my partner was cheating on me, we started dating when I was 18, and he was kind of openly cheating. Like openly posting things on MySpace, you know, MySpace back in the day. MySpace, what else was, I think it was MySpace back in the day. I broke into his email, saw him and a girl sending pictures, all kind of things, right? And I stayed. All right, let's move on to the next part of this. And when I think about why I stayed, let me go wash my hands. I'll be right back. I'm back. All right. So now I'm going to go ahead and pour these, the scrambled egg. I used, I think, 3 medium-sized eggs. They were small to me, these eggs. And I'm going to get my handy-dandy. All right. Okay, so like I was saying, okay, let's, you know, reverse. The reasons why I stayed. I realized there was a few things in retrospect that I was struggling with. I didn't feel like I was good enough anyway. I didn't feel like I was good enough, right? And growing up in a household where I was not paid attention to, where I was not loved properly, where I was not praised at all, I started to tell myself that I was unworthy of love. So being that somebody wanted to be with me, being in a relationship with me, we were friends for years before we started dating, I already had the conclusion in my mind that I wasn't enough. So I was willing to settle. That is what I was doing. I was settling because I didn't believe I deserved better. Parenthood is not easy. Okay, I'll always say that. Parenthood isn't easy. It's difficult managing your own emotions when you too have grown up in a toxic environment to then do better for your child. My parents did the best they could. But the kind of personality I had, I took all the negativity in and I created a narrative that as long as somebody wanted me, it's okay. It's okay. I don't know Peach McIntyre's life through and through, but I do know that she spoke about not having the best upbringing. And I do feel like that plays into her settling. And so that is what I wanted to discuss with y'all. I want you guys to be honest in the comments. I didn't love myself. And so it was easy for me to stay in something that wasn't good for me. Okay? So in this, I have cornstarch, flour. This is the dredge for the fried chicken. Cornstarch, flour, black pepper, paprika, onion powder, allspice seasoning, garlic powder, and some seasoning salt. All right? So we're going to give this a good whisk. But yeah, when I watched the video, I didn't judge her. I didn't watch and stick my nose up like, oh, she wilding, because I get it. Yes, I was young. She's much older than where I was when I did put up with cheating. And by the way, I'm not in a relationship right now. I'm single, and I chose to be single, okay? I realized that there was work that I needed to do so that I stopped projecting my own flaws onto my partner, and so that I stopped staying in something that didn't feel good to my spirit. That's so important to me. The older I got, the more I'm like, I don't want to deal with someone that doesn't feel good to my spirit. And I realized I needed to focus on that inner love for myself. That was really important to me. So what Peach said is, she said that she's going to be she's going to be focusing on herself. Let's focus on this chicken real quick. All right, so we're going to take this chicken breast, and now we're going to put it into the dredge that we just made with the flour, cornstarch, and seasonings. Okay? Okay. This is going to be so good. This is going to be so good. I'm going to do one chicken at a time. All right, this was a bad idea. Okay, I'm going to pat down the crust on this. And then we're going to shake it off. And normally I don't use egg for my fried chicken, but that's what we're using today. I switch it up. I'll go with feeling, like I said. So it just depends on how I feel, and then I'll go with that. All right, now we're going to shake off the excess. Gotta get myself together, because I've got some place to go. And I'm praying when I get there, I see everyone I know. I'm going to go ahead and get that into the oil. And now that's going to fry and do its thing. And we're going to fry this for about 15 minutes. Okay? And if I have to put it in the oven to finish cooking, I will, because I don't like the crust to be too dark. I want a nice golden brown. All right? So about 15 minutes, and we'll keep flipping it so that one side doesn't get too dark. All right? I'm actually ready to flip it now. All right, we're going to keep doing that. We're going to keep flipping it so that we can control the color. All right? All right, so now we're going to get started on our seafood fried rice. And I have everything lined up, ready. So that's how I like to cook. I like to prep. All right, so we have our scrambled eggs. We have our shrimp and imitation crab meat. We have mussels. All these mussels are going in that stomach. That's just going to be for me to enjoy and eat on the side. I have some red onions, scallions, scotch bonnet pepper, some mixed vegetables, shredded cabbage, carrot, and some scallion. And then here's our quinoa that we are using. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Nothing to it but to do it. This is the wok that my mother bought me for my birthday a lot of months after my birthday. I'm so appreciative. So very appreciative of her. It's hot, so I'm going to quickly do these eggs. Gotta be quick. Boom, that's it. Eggs done. All right, you're gonna set the eggs to the side. Now I'm gonna tip a little bit of oil in here again. Just a little bit, you don't need too much. And I'm gonna go in with my shrimp and imitation crab meat. Give that a mixy mix. We don't want to overcook anything because everything has to be added back to the pot. Now you just want the shrimp to get nice and pink on both sides. I'm gonna go ahead and flip my chicken. Let's see how it's looking on this side. Looking great. Looks fantastic. See that? Looking amazing. All right, now we're gonna set this to the side. All right, now we have our seafood. I gotta be careful with this burner because it gets overheated. All right, so now we're gonna go in with our red onions, our scallion, and our scotch bonnet pepper. Okay, that up. The mixed vegetables. Now we're gonna go in with the cabbage, carrot, and scallion. I shredded the carrot and the cabbage. Let me walk it up. There's a reason why they do this. It smells so good in here. Listen, when I tell you. See that? See some vegetables? All right, so here's the quinoa. I'm gonna go ahead and add that in. Already, before I even added the seafood. Looking yum. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get into it. Back in with the seafood. I'm gonna add some of these mussels. Okay. Back in with the eggs. Boom, boom, boom. All right, last but not least, we're gonna add some soy sauce. And this is gonna add the salt. You can add more soy sauce. You can add more salt if you want to. But I think this is gonna be perfect. Give that a little mixy mix. This is all done. You cannot go wrong with this seafood fried rice. Oh, yum! Oh my. Oh my. Look how good that looks. Ooh, that fried rice is looking so good, y'all. Right, so the fried rice is done. It almost gives paella, doesn't it? It is giving paella. Beautiful. Yum. Okay, so that's done. I'm gonna clean the stove because the stove is a hot mess. I think when we are watching other women on the internet, it's very easy to be judgmental. Hence why I said I wasn't judging. I just know what I'm not putting up with. I can't. I'm not putting up with that. No more. I've already given myself less as is. Now I'm choosing to give myself more. And that is why I chose to be single, which wasn't an easy choice at all. But there comes a point in time where you do need to put yourself first through action, through setting boundaries. And I think what Peach is lacking, according to what she's saying, going for what she's saying, what she's lacking is boundaries and people sticking to those boundaries and respect. Not just him showing her respect, but her showing herself respect in return. Okay? That is what I think. And I think a lot of these women, some of them said they feel secondhand embarrassment. Don't show your daughter this. Your children are paying attention to a lot of things. They're feeding off of your energy. They're paying attention to the decisions you make, whether you know it or not. And unfortunately, just like what would happen with me, some children will digest all that negativity and toxicity. It'll manifest in their adult life. And they'll be wondering, why is this so hard? Why is this so hard? Why does life feel so difficult? Why am I unable to handle this? Why do I lack emotional intelligence? It's because they've taken so much of the baggage from their parents' toxicity that they don't know how to go through life as an adult. And so it's not easy. I commend her for being transparent and honest about it, because now I like that it opens the room for this type of conversation. You feel what I'm saying? But it's not just about taking accountability. It's about respecting yourself and loving yourself through the actions that you put forth. I'm going to go ahead and get the other chicken done. I think you've seen enough on how to fry this chicken. Okay. If you need a reminder, rewind the video. All right. So what we're going to do now is finish up this chicken, and then we're going to plate up. We're going to plate up and come to the conclusion of this here topic. I think it's a really good topic. I think it's important for not only women, but I'm mostly speaking to my ladies out there, to ask yourself why you put up with certain things. There's a root to the why you're putting up with someone's disrespect willingly. You can't change people. The only thing you could do, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yum. All right. All right, now it is time to plate up. I want it to look restaurant style. That is the goal. And restaurant style does not mean that it needs to look gourmet per se. Just look how good that rice looks though. Yum. It looks amazing. All right, and then now we're gonna set this chicken on here. It's a big old piece of chicken. I'm like, should I have cut it? It's massive. And then a nice piece, a nice humongous piece of fried chicken on the side. Looks fab. And mind you, we jerk the chicken, so that's why it has a darker hue, because it's Jamaican jerk fried chicken. If you don't know, jerk chicken has a darker hue because of the jerk seasoning. All right, so now I have some cilantro and scallion for garnish. And garnish just, it not only adds more flavor, but it also adds a nice look, in my opinion, to the food. And we're gonna go in with some scallions next. And look at that, you guys. Absolutely, amazingly, definitely delicious. OMG. It just looks so good. I can't wait to dive into that chicken though. And it better be cooked right. Okay. Yum, yum, yum. Just look at that. It looks so appetizing, doesn't it? It looks delicious. The fried chicken looks perfect. Jamaican jerk fried chicken. Seafood fried rice using quinoa. I had to save on the calories somewhere, but I think this looks amazing. Please let me know down in the comments if you would order this at a restaurant. That is what I want to know. Do you think it looks appetizing? What would you have done differently? Let me know. Let's talk about it. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed today's topic. And remember, self-love is different for everybody, right? There's certain things that I feel like I need to do that makes me feel like I'm loving myself. Ways I show myself love is just by taking care of myself, mainly my mental, my emotional. The physical for me comes after, because if my mental and my emotional, for me, that's not together, then it's very hard for it to manifest through my physical. I have to have my mental and emotional state in alignment. And spiritual. That's the most important. I don't know why I'm forgetting to say spiritual. And spiritual, in order for that to manifest physically, for me personally. And when it comes to being cheated on or not being treated right, I've had to learn to speak up for myself in healthy ways, because I used to be a little too angry back in the day, okay? You got to admit your flaws so that you can grow from it. Don't just admit it, acknowledge it, and then be like, well, that's me. No, it's not you. That's not you. None of us are meant to be toxic. We're all meant to be healthy. And so our lives, we have to journey back to a healthy, balanced version of ourselves. And so I feel like Peach understands that. She may not have said that, but I believe she understands that. And I pray for her on her journey. I pray that her husband begins to, commit to their relationship and have the loyalty that all of us deserve. All of us deserve loyalty and commitment in the ways that we want to have commitment, okay? I think it's very important for us to be with people who want the same things we want. When you're in a relationship, it's very important to align with someone that wants the same things you want out of a relationship. That's very important. And if you are allowing people to mistreat you, that is one of the biggest forms of you not loving yourself, unfortunately. So you can't have it both ways. You can't say you're going to love yourself more while you allow people to mistreat you willingly. When you have the option to leave and you don't, then that is a way of you not showing yourself love, not showing up for yourself. To me, you're scared. There's a fear there, right? So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the topic. Please discuss this with me down in the comments. Ooh, honey, she's looking good. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for going beyond the plate with me. Okay, don't forget to like, comment, share, and do what? Subscribe. Annie B is out. I love you. God bless you, and peace. Oh, yum. Oh my God. A1. The jerk flavor comes through nicely. It's well seasoned. So juicy on the inside. See that drippage? That is some good fried chicken. Holy crap. The rice is seasoned so nicely. And it pairs so well with the chicken. Ah. The little hit of Scotch bonnet coming through there. Through that rice. And you know what's funny? I don't miss the regular rice. The quinoa is doing it for me. It's doing it. Oh, did I take a picture? No. Oh my gosh, this is so good. You guys would love this. You would absolutely love this meal. And the chicken is so juicy. Oh, I gotta get up this camera. All right. I just have to show you how me tasting it. It's delectable. It's amazing. Okay, about half, please.